Yeah, come on, let's go. Come on, be interesting. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Man Takes Shoes Out of Box, the episode where you get to sit there and watch me take a pair of shoes out of a box and tell you what I think of them. Today we are talking about these, the New Balance 740 Amines. In my last episode where I was recapping some interesting recent sneaker news stories, I featured these and I asked you guys if you wanted to see an in-depth review, and I am pleased and delighted and somewhat humbled to report that something like 5 of you guys said you'd want to see that, and so that's more than enough encouragement for me to make an entire video taking some shoes out of the box. Now I am aware that large swathes of you guys out there that enjoy my content are probably a little bit like me, mainly into the Nike and the Jordan stuff, and so you're probably thinking, bro, I cannot be asked to look at another damn pair of these dad shoe New Balances. And so for those of you out there that are maybe going to be cringing up at the thoughts of seeing another pair of New Balances on this channel, I have for you a pair of these. These are the Jordan 5 Olives that I recently picked up in the sales. I can't believe it. These were 50% off or something like that. And this wasn't for Black Friday. This was actually the end of the summer season sales like about 2 months ago. Right, so let's talk about these New Balances. These dropped for you guys over there in the US like ages ago, November the 8th. They did drop here in the UK and the EU just the other day. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a clue who Amine is. If you were to ask me to name a single one of his songs, I would just do a spontaneous word generation game inside my own mind and hazard a guess. It turns out he is somewhat successful, obviously. Here he is teaming up with New Balance. And the collaboration takes inspiration from his high school, which is in Portland, Oregon. It's called Benson Tech, where he did what's called the radio KBPS program. I think that's right. This is where he essentially undertook his musical journey. It's his second collaboration with New Balance. You guys might remember last year he did this collaboration on the 610. But I do like collaborations that dial into an origin story or have a little bit of meaning behind it. And the added bonus with this collaboration is Amine is taking some of the proceeds from the collaboration, or he's using some of his own wealth to help fund graduates of Benson Tech High School's college funds to the tune of $25K, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, if at this point you're already tuning out, let's just momentarily return to the Olive Jordan 5s. And going back to this material, I don't know, man, some people I think are gonna be really feeling it because it does have a quality feeling about it. There is some nice movements in the material, but to a certain extent, it kind of looks like the materials that they used ended up getting salvaged from some kind of shredding machine. They kind of pulled them out, and then that created all of this distressing and this patterning and this textiling. The packaging that comes with the Amine 740s is pretty cool. In fact, some people out there might argue that the best feature of this entire shoe is actually the box that they come in. It's sort of based on a laptop that you would take to your studies to write stuff down and do your programming or do your editing or whatever. And so the lid of the box is adorned with these sort of stickers that you may or may not decide to decorate / ruin your laptop with. And when you open up the box and you take out the paper, bro, it's like you're looking at the laptop, man. There's a keyboard on the bottom, there's a screen on the top. It's like, bro, how genius. In terms of the shoes themselves, the New Balance 740 could be the next sneaker that New Balance are looking to push. I feel like a few years ago when New Balance broke onto the scene, it was the 2002 Rs that were really getting pushed. We saw a whole bunch of collabs, a whole bunch of really fire GR colorways. Then I feel like the last couple of years, there's been a real push on models like the 1906 with the Rs and the Us and the As and the whatevers. And now this year, we've had a big push on models like the New Balance 1000. But this 740 could be the next model that New Balance are looking to push into next year. And I feel like the vehicle that they generally use to drive up the hype is the artist, is the collaborator. And that's what we've got here in any events on the 740. It does come in at a cheaper price point, so you could argue it's one of New Balance's more budget mesh running type models. In terms of the Amine signature details that come on the shoe, you've got some co-branding on the insole, which features some references to Benson Tech High School. You've got a rubber tab on the tongue, which features some co-branding, and you also get a little bit of Club Banana action on the logo on the heel tab. And then in the same heel tab on the right shoe, you've got the Benson Tech logo. The lacing system is a bungee cord type situation, and it is a little bit stubborn. Like, actually, no, it's not too bad. I guess you've just got to sort of activate the glutes really and stimulate the core, create some compression, and then you can go for it. In terms of the fit and the feel, it was actually the fit and the feel that originally attracted me to these when I tried these on in store. I sort of felt like, okay, if these are comfy enough, I'll just go for them. And yeah, they are pretty comfy. I mean, that's the thing about New Balances is in general, they come with this intrinsic comfort. I want to say they're not like some Jordans where you have to kind of balance out the look and the nostalgia and the emotion against the discomfort in order to rationalize wearing them for long periods of time. You just put on these New Balances and you're like, bro, these are comfy. They're very lightweight. They've got a lot of good support. They're a bit firmer, I want to say, than other New Balance models like the 1906R, for example, or maybe an Asics GT 2160 for comparison. They do ride a lot firmer in my opinion, but generally speaking, they fit true to size. You could even potentially go a half size down, and comfort wise, I'd give them a solid, yeah, like 7 out of 10. They're decent. And if you're still fading away, here's a quick flash to the Olive 5s again. Stay with me, guys. I'm nearly at the end of another New Balance review. Come on. So these were £120, and I feel like the price point alone is justificatory for this type of a sneaker because, bro, if you want to get any other shoe these days, like a Nike collab, oh man, shouldn't have had that nut fragments in the esophagus. Was I saying, bro, the price point, £120, which is like $130, and that's a little bit more than your baseline $740. That's cheap, in my opinion. You're paying double for a pair of J's these days. Now, obviously, the colorway is going to be yucky to some of you guys out there. You probably wrote out in the first 2 minutes of this video, damn, bro, that colorway is trash. Those are god awful. You couldn't pay me any amount of money to wear those. Like, bro, I like this colorway. I like bright sneakers. I like the fact that these are a little bit out there, and I don't really have any, well, actually, I'm just looking in my background. I don't have any really like bright blue sneakers. Like I've got the Born and Raised, Travis Frags, trying to not catch myself out here. Like I don't have any sort of really bright blue sneakers. And so if one day I'm feeling like, bro, I want to rock some bright blue sneakers, here we go. So could the New Balance 740 be the next big model from New Balance for next year? I don't think so. I kind of think they're a little bit uglier than shoes like the 1906R, for example. But then again, like ugly these days is kind of in. So I don't know. I feel like this model, given the price points and if they can splash enough appealing GR type colorways on them, could be a good seller for New Balance. Is this particular collaboration decent and worth going for? I think so. I mean, Amine is the man. Not that I know any of his music or anything like that. I'm sort of in my runner phase right now, having so many different pairs of Jordans. It's kind of nice to be in the midst of a trend wave where there's a lot of cool stuff being done on these affordable running type shoes that are just comfy as to wear. And I feel like these sort of neck breaker type material, like this is a standout colorway that is definitely gonna turn some heads. So yeah, I like them. I think they're good value for money. Are they like up there as one of the best sneakers of the year? I don't think so. I mean, I feel like this is kind of like a mid-tier type collaboration from this year, but the fact that they were only £120 or $130, I think like that's fine, man. I might even just put them on ice and then see how I feel about them further down the road. I do think these are a little bit better than his previous collab, and I'm happy to have them in the collection. So there we go. Those are my thoughts. Thanks for sticking with me. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Shout out to Amine. I'm going to go and check out some of that. I'm not going to check out any of your music, let's be honest. I might. But let me know what you guys thought anyway down below. Even if the comment is negative, it's all good for the engagement. I will see you guys on the next video. I think we're going to be talking about some of the biggest sneakers upcoming this December. So I will see you for that video very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care for now, and peace.
Hey, new beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, move G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club.